to make a chip and dip tray. This is more of a pretzel and mustard tray. It's really small. So I'll make one similar to this, but bigger. All right. Okay, so I'll center this. It's got to be nice and wet. Smoothing and pushing down. Smoothing inward as I exhale. Reaching for water when I inhale. Keeping it as slippery as I can so that it slides through my hands without pulling. There we go. That's on. So now I'm going to squat it down. Whenever I do a plate form, I like to squat the clay down quite a bit. I might as well get as much diameter as I can while I'm still centering. There we go. But now, because I'm going to do the dip portion attached and made in with the plate, I am going to avoid making my well in the center, and I'm going to leave that clay right there in the middle, and I'm going to make a pseudo well off to the side here, and then stretch my plate from that point. All on the exhale, nice and easy. The centrifugal force is pretty strong at that high speed, so I slowed it down a little bit so that it doesn't start to wiggle off center. There. Nice. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and make my little dip bowl and finish that form, and then I'll come back and finish this form. If I finish this form, it's hard for me to get my hand in there and finish this form. So it's always best to leave this a low ridge and go back to the center. So now I need to speed up again a little bit because I'm going to make my well in the middle of this dish. It's like making two pots in one. Well, literally it is making two pots in one. There we go. Don't want that water resting in there, so I'm going to get that out and make my pulls. And just kind of form the bowl however I feel like it, you know. It can be flared out, it can be straight up with a little curve at the top. It's really just making a little bowl. And I like to think about how easy it is to clean. So the shape should be easy to clean, easy to fill, easy to scoop out, because people that are looking for the dip on their chip can get a little impatient. And if you curve it in, that's really annoying for somebody who's trying to get some dip on their chip. So don't make it that way. Let's let it flare out slightly so it's easy to scoop in there and get out, you know. They make their clean getaway. There we go. Now there's a little ring of water down here. We don't want to ever leave a ring of water inside your plates. That is where they will crack. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so now I've got a nice little dip holder or salsa holder, and we'll finish up the rim of the plate. And it's dried out quite a bit while I was doing that, so I re-wet it. And I'll bring the rim up. There's a lot of clay here, so I got a lot to play with, but before I go any further, I like to do some cleanup at the bottom because it's so hard to get under there. Like if I were to pull this up and flare it out, it's really hard to get under there to do my cleanup at the end. So I'm gonna do some cleanup right now. Just like when you're baking and cooking, clean as you go. There. So now if I'm not too messy from here on out, this has already got a nice clean bottom, and I don't have as much work to do when I come back to it tomorrow or the next day. Just gonna stretch this a little bit. Now the thing is with plates, because they're so wide and the wheel is spinning, it's like being on a fast merry-go-round. If you don't hold on, you're going to end up rolling on across the lawn, you know? So I slowed the wheel down a little bit, and I just have to monitor that and make sure that I slow it down as much as I need to so that I don't lose control of this shape. There. Just a tiny bit. I'm gonna get down in there, and I still can, so that's good. Yeah. And I could, you know, you can flare this even more depending upon what your preference is, but I'm really kind of liking it as it is. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. Thanks for watching.